Vlogmas day 17. My name is Susan. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a first-time mom to my daughter Julia, who's 5 months old, and when I was 3 months postpartum, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Yeah, babies and brain tumors. Well, baby was on my bingo card for 2024. Brain tumor, however, was not. So today I'm taking you with me to a brain tumor appointment. So today's vlog will be going to the neurologist. I have no idea what to expect from this appointment. I know I met with a neurologist when I was in the hospital originally, like when they first found the tumor. They transferred me to a different hospital to do scanning and stuff, and a neurologist came in, but I had just had a grand mal seizure, which I was recovering from. That's how they found the tumor. And I do not remember a single word that man said. I'm pretty sure I was asleep when he came in and he just started talking to Chris, which first of all pissed me off. Like, listen, I don't want to be ageist or sexist, but he was only talking to my husband. Granted, I was asleep, but I'm the patient. Like, wake me up or come back when I'm awake. You know what I mean? And so maybe maybe I wasn't listening because I was pissed that he was just talking to my husband as if my husband's my keeper. We all know how much I like to be contained and controlled. So anyways, I don't remember anything he said. I think they study neurons, and I'm very sorry if you're a neurologist watching this. I mean, no shade to you. I just don't know what you do. So we're gonna learn. We're gonna find out today what neurologists do, and I will fill you in. And it also just didn't help that my first impression of the neurology world was, where's the line between being funny and being mean? I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself because I don't want to be mean. The older gentleman didn't put a good taste in my mouth, if you will. But I've heard immaculate, like the best reviews of this neurology team. So I have high hopes. I have not met a doctor that I do not like at this hospital and healthcare facility yet, and I've met a lot of them now. So I am honestly optimistic and excited. I think the neurology team can kind of help with the medicine that I'm on too. You can watch back through some of my Vlogmas as I talk about it, and definitely in my brain tumor playlist. But this medicine that I'm on just has not been agreeing with me. Mentally, I feel cloudy, foggy, depressed, having really bad thoughts. I don't know what will get taken down on YouTube, so I'm not going to get into detail on that. But you can fill in the blanks on that, which I have never had thoughts like that before. So that was like the first red flag that, maybe this medicine is not working for me. No appetite. It doesn't feel, I don't feel like myself still. And that's not, that works for the time being because I'm seizure free, which is great. But in the long term, I can't sustain on this medicine. So hopefully they can help find an alternative. And I think that's all I have for an intro. So come with me. Let's go. And I also do daily vlogs on TikTok if you want to see like a shorter form of just like see what I did, and then I do a voiceover of the important stuff. So see you there. Julia is at daycare today, and she was yesterday as well. So she was home all last week. They didn't have daycare, but even if they did, she wouldn't have gone because she had an ear infection and just didn't feel good. So this is yesterday and today are the first 2 days that she has not been home with me all day in, I think it had been 10 days, longer than that, no. 12 days. So we're blowing through milk, especially where she was sick. She would like cluster nurse. So like I wasn't even pumping because she was just eating it all before it even came out. So I had been using frozen milk. Honestly, we've been using almost exclusively frozen milk since I came home from the hospital from the whole brain tumor thing. And I am glad that we had that stash because my milk supply pretty much vanished with the loss of appetite and the medicine and just the stress of everything. So we mixed the first day she was home from school. So last Thursday we mixed half breast milk, half formula, and she loved it. She was fuller. It was a great situation. So then I needed half the amount of milk that I needed before because she was eating a absurd amount, which is good. She's growing and healthy and like fantastic, but we were running out of milk pretty fast. So now that it's half, it lasts longer, which is also really nice and takes a lot of stress off of me. And last night though, I was able to make all of her bottles for last night and this morning, and we still have some. I have 2.5 more bottles that she'll have this afternoon that I used all fresh milk, that I didn't have to use frozen milk. So that was really exciting. I haven't been able to do that and I don't even know how long. So that was a win. And I think as a mom, sometimes we focus on like the big wins, but the little wins are just as important and worth celebrating. That's my advice for you today. That's not exclusive just to moms either. Hello guys. It's the end of the day. I am to the point where I just can't believe my life is my life. It's a joke. It really is a joke. So my mom brought me to my appointment today, and on the way home, we were pretty close to home actually, probably 20 minutes out from home, 15, 20 minutes out. My mom gets a phone call, so we answer it. And my little brother was in a ski accident and was being transported to the hospital via ambulance. So we literally went straight from one hospital to another hospital. And then I waited up there in the waiting room until my dad got there. And then they would only let one parent in. So my mom went in, and then I waited with my dad until they let my dad in. And now I am just getting home. Been a long day. So my brother is stable. He's gonna be okay, but did hit his head pretty hard, probably as a concussion. And yeah, so just lots of hospital visits for us. Let's recap on what I learned at the neurologist and what that was like, because it was honestly really good. So I texted a couple of my friends had texted me today asking how the appointment went, and I was like, collectively, like, the answer is good. The appointment was good. I really liked him. He changed my idea on neurologist. He changed my opinion because, like you saw earlier, I was not the biggest fan of them based off of the one that I had met before. But this guy was awesome. He was really detail oriented, listened. I didn't feel like I was repeating myself 100 times, just like he got it. And obviously, like, I think the quality of care in the facility I was at originally versus the quality of care that I'm getting with this care team is like, you know, day and night, which I'm thankful for because it is so much better now. But it's still, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, it was just really nice. He was a great doctor. Key takeaways from today. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. He agrees that the anti-seizure medicine I'm on right now is probably not a good fit for me, so he found one that he is recommending. I had done a little bit of research before this. My sister's a pharmacist. She had sent me her handful of recommendations, and we agreed on the same one, essentially. I didn't tell him that I had done this research, but I wanted his opinion, and then I obviously had my own research that I had done. So we agreed on the same one, but it's a long process. It's a 10-week transition, and then they take me off the Keppra. So I'll actually be on 2 anti-seizure meds to make sure that I can tolerate and withstand them. And then they test you with a blood draw to make sure that the right amount of medicine is in your system, and to test how much of the Keppra is in my system. Keppra is what I'm on right now. And then they will also do a 24-hour EEG. I don't know if that's the right terminology. Pretty much they put electrodes all over my head, and I wear a little backpack, and I sleep with that for 20, like live and sleep with that for 24 hours, and they measure the brain activity and any seizure activity that they can find to see and quantify how the medicine is working. It was funny, when we got checked in, the receptionist was like, "I'm so sorry you have migraines." And I was like, yeah, I mean, the headaches suck, but like the brain tumor's worse. And then the MA who roomed us, or maybe she was an LPN, roomed us, and she was like, "So you're here for migraines?" And I was like, well, I'm here for a brain tumor. And she's like, "Oh." So it was actually the referral that got me in today was a cancellation from the original referral that my OB sent in when I was 6 weeks postpartum. Anyways, doesn't matter. They had, my chart was uploaded, so they just had to look at the chart. But it was just kind of ironic that that's how I got through the door this early. And I was actually on a cancellation list. This appointment was scheduled for like February. And then when we left, I got scheduled out for April. And she was like, "We put you on a cancellation list. It won't be April, but still, that is how far they're booking out." But I really like this neurologist. He was awesome. And I was like, I don't want to mess with we're going into the week of Christmas. We have literally a bazillion Christmases to go to and just holiday events in the next week and a half. I was like, I'm not going to be in tune with my body. I'm just going to be like trying to keep Julia and I and Chris on somewhat of a schedule and like keep our sanity. So I was like, let's do this transition in the new year to add on to the medicine thing. And he totally agreed with that. He also had already looked at my scans, which he pretty much said they were inconclusive, which is what we had gathered from the reports. But he will see. I'm not even going to delve into the little bit we dabbled in that area until after we meet with my neurosurgeon, because that conversation, I think he thought I'd already seen my neurosurgeon, and I haven't. I see him later this week. So, but one of the things that I really appreciated about him was he was like, "So you have a little one. How many more? Like, do you want more kids?" And I was like, no one has asked me that since the whole brain tumor thing, because like obviously like brain tumor is like the problem at hand. You know what I mean? But the fact that he was asking about future kids and how many do we want, and that was all a really big part of his process of picking the medicine that was the best fit for me. So it was just really, I appreciate that he was looking at my future, and that is something that we really want, is to have more kids, hopefully, if I'm healthy and able and financially stable. But Julie's up. Look who just woke up. Oh, I love her so much. Can you say hi? Do you want your wink? Do you want your passy? Or do you want to smile? Oh, you have such a cute smile. Yeah. Oh, I missed you so much. So like that was all good parts of the appointments in the day. And I talked about this. Oh, you okay? I talked about this in therapy this week, but then I was also talking about it with my friends who were asking how today went, and it was like, I think subconsciously I'm waiting. Every time I go into one of these appointments, I'm waiting for someone to just be like, "Green light, you're all better, like, you're good to go." That's not how this works. I have a brain tumor, and that's not something that heals overnight. And the other part of it is I think I feel a little discouraged every time that I leave one of those appointments, even though today was a good appointment. It's just like, this is my reality. I think a brain tumor and neurosurgery and the whole concept of it feels so like couldn't happen to me, but it is happening to me, and that's hard. And that honestly effing sucks. Like, you've heard much worse, but I don't know. I think even though today was a good day, and I'm very thankful for it, this is not an easy journey. I didn't expect it to be, but it's just, I don't know. It's just hard. So Sky, my best friend Sky, had sent me this quote probably a month ago now. And she said, just because you carry the load well doesn't mean it's heavy. And when he asked, he was like, you know, you have a young baby, that makes your case peculiar hard, because with seizures, the biggest thing is less stress and more sleep. Who hasn't been sleeping? Who hasn't been sleeping? And I was just like, and I literally said, I said, you know, just because I carry the load well doesn't mean it's not heavy. And he said, and I said, that sums it up. And he said, noted. So that's where we're at. But I want to play. You want to go play? And we are going to just enjoy our evening together, because I'm so thankful for you and your dad. Yeah. And I'm going to embrace and cherish all these little moments that we have. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you for tomorrow for Vlogmas. Day 18 is tomorrow. And tomorrow is exactly 2 months since the seizure and the brain tumor diagnosis. So I'm sure we'll do some reflecting tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.